Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it because it's inevitable. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed. And I prayed. But I continued to fail and fail. Because you know what? There's an old saying. You hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying to get something you never did. So imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. But I never understood that concept. Playing small. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, you'll never finish. So do what you feel about. Take chances.
Trimming.
Don't be afraid to fail.
Hey, we're trimming here at 73.20. I'm going to get going and cover some stocks here. I just want to finish out this trade.
With a pencil within these 9 dots. Without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1001st was the light bulb. fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it because it's inevitable. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But
Trim in some more shares here.
I didn't quit. I didn't fall back.
It's a massive move, man.
I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed. And I prayed. But I continued to fail. And fail. And fail. But it didn't matter because you know what? There's an old saying. You hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts?
All right, man. Yes. What's going on? Gerald Peters, welcome back to the channel. We're trading the money flow here. This is the TQQ. I'll wrap this up. I was going to come on and just talk some stocks, and I was not going to day trade for the next couple of days. And being a degenerate that I am, I started trading this morning when I woke up. It's all right, man. I made back half my losses from yesterday. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow, and that's the concept of the money flow, is to flow with the market. And that's the point of homework. That's the point of the Peters report. What's up, man? I hope all's well. Appreciate you, Wendy. What's going on, man? I put the video in Discord. Let's see. Let's see. All right, man. This thing is melting up, man. This is all right. I don't want to interrupt this. So I'm going to look at charts in just a second.
To fail. If you don't fail, you're not even trying.
We got 10 minutes.
I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential.
Wow.
The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. You got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures.
I'm out.
What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors. Some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money. Some of you have patience. Some of you have kindness. Some of you have love. Some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have?
Nice.
Here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it, I couldn't say it, I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction.
We might get another run here.
I was a 1.8 GPA. And the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked in the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. She just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies. Millions who, up till this day, couldn't see me.
Might have a shot at getting back in.
While I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me. They couldn't see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today. And I'm encouraged by what I see. And I'm strengthened by what I see. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got.
Here we go.
And when you fall throughout life, remember this. Fall forward.
All right, man. What's going on? Marcus is closing. I thought we'd get another shot to get in there, but it don't. The fuck, is this thing even moved? It don't look like we're going to get that. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm back in.
This opportunity is not because you don't believe in it, you don't believe in you. In order order to achieve greatness, you must first
I'm on a
believe you
faster
can.
screen and it's turned around.
Because I get to decide. I'm running my life now. I'm finally in control of my life. I'm finally the boss
So I'm in
of
at like
my
7301.
life. Are you ready to be the boss of your own life? Are you ready to be in control of your own life? Are you ready? And you deserve to have everything you want. You deserve to live your best life. You deserve it. And stop listening to the people who tell you you don't. Kill the noise. What do they know? We're going to do the hard work now. So here's the hard work. I need you to confront you. I was created to be great. I was created to do great things. I was created to have great things, and I will no longer ask others for their permission.
I'm selling half.
That person who was your hater, they thought they defeated you.
I sold half.
Told you you'll never amount to anything. They thought they
Probably a little early, but that's all right.
You want me to tell you to give up? You want me to tell you to quit? Is that what you want me to say? You want to hear E.T. say, it's all right to give up. It's all right to surrender. That's what you want me to say? Well, listen to me, I can't tell you that.
Take it up.
Some of us just cry. Some of us don't make excuses. Some of us don't surrender. Some of us don't give up and give in. It's our dream. Nobody's going to see it like you do it. It's your dream. Nobody's going to feel it like you feel it. It's your dream.
Be ready to jump all of this.
It's your dream, and they don't have to understand, and they don't have to like it, and they don't have to do it. It doesn't make a difference. It's your dream, and you, my friend, have been given the task to make it happen, and you can't let anything stop you from doing what you were called to do. What we do with the pressure is we say, I gotta take it to another level.
I may take this into the afterlife here.
You already lost. All of us will be successful in life if we don't quit. I gotta believe in me before anybody else believes in me. I get up at 3 because it's silent. It's easier to be focused when the environment is focused. Most of you wake up and you try to make money. Listen to me. If you would make you, money would come to you. Okay, you missed that whole thing I just said. If you would make you a better person, you'd make more money. Now, watch what I do. The way people spend their money or treat their money is how I treat my time. All right, let me explain what I mean to you. I make sure that every single day, in that 24-hour period, that I'm getting a whole bunch of wins. So I'm supposed to be doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time.
Hey, I'm going to carry some of this over into the afterlife.
Cole was like, I got this opportunity for you. I got this opportunity. I got this opportunity. When you become number one, you have to chase opportunities. So I became number one. Not meaning I'm better than nobody else. It means I just mastered my craft to the point that I know what I do that nobody else do. I know that I have a way of doing in this industry what nobody else does, and I pick out in this industry.
So if you look on the 5-minute chart, the histogram is still bullish.
And your problem is you at 50% knocking on doors.
It's on the bullish side of the zero line right here. This is the zero line, this 5-minute histogram. So in time continuity, layers of time, right? You can see the slope and it's turned down, but it's still on the bullish side. So usually once it gets above the bullish side, I kind of drop up and I'm watching the chart. I hope that makes sense. So let's back up to this 1 minute and see what's up. I'm going to speed it up a little. I'm going to sell half of what I was taking into the afterlife because it popped pretty nice into the close. So I'm going to take some in still. And then if it keeps going, cool. If it doesn't keep going, then I'll take it down. Trades for a few hours. You have to check your local area time frame. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern is when it stops trading. You have to enter the order differently. So don't do it if you don't know what you're doing. And the volume is lighter, so it can be a little erratic. Not the best place for a new trader in the aftermarket. Let's check in on the regular stock market. I'm going to run over here to the MFG trade ideas of the week. I was cleaning up the chart list yesterday. Hopefully you spend some time in it. Right off the bat, I thought I updated this one. We have this is Bitcoin Cash. We have a stage 2 underway. And I don't know, looking at late. Let's just go with that. Stage 2 underway. This Bitcoin Cash, by the way. As always, we're going to watch this 14 period RSI. This is the 7. We use this on day trading. I just been keeping it on my charts, keep shit simple. Just watching it too. If you can fit the trade enough, I mean, you notice here it hit it, stocks kind of pull back. That's not very much. This is pretty tight trading on a daily chart using a 7 RSI. In my experience, the 14 tells you a lot more. But, keep an eye on it. Maybe some stocks react to it better. I don't know. Let's keep this going. Obviously, Bitcoin's setting the way there. Hold on. Just I got to grab my notes.
I'm number one in the world, not because I'm a better speaker. I'm not number one in the world because I look the best, because I dress the best. I'm not number one because my enunciation is the best, because I use the best words, because I got the best sentence structure, because I come from the best background. I became number one because I woke up and I hunted down the 1.8 million, so my wife would never have to work again. If you're waking up every day and you want a Rolls Royce, you ain't about to beat me. If you're waking up for a Bentley, you ain't about to beat me. If you're waking up for a gold chain, you ain't about to beat me. If you woke up for a road, you ain't about to beat me because you're going after material stuff. I'm going after my food.
All right, calm down, ET. That was the wrong one playing, by the way. Hey, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the electronic currency that the world is slowly adopting. Probably the one of 2 currencies, 3, 4 maybe, that are actually used every day. I use Bitcoin Cash all the time. I don't know if you know this. To send Bitcoin Cash from one person to another, 0 fees. None at all. At least on Coinbase. 0, none. That's pretty amazing. So if you owe someone money, go, hey, man, let me send it to you in Bitcoin Cash. And that's how you orange peel people. I don't know. Give a fuck. Get people to buy Bitcoin. Fuck, I can't get everyone myself. So this is S&P 500. Let's look at what the S&P did today. What do we see in here, man? So you said, what was it last week? I said, expecting the market to pause this week. Bullish up channel continues to move higher. Trimmed leveraged S&P 500 shares UPRO on 6/12. Boy, that was early, huh? Started trimming back here, and we've continued to march. It's okay, because I bought them lower. And that's kind of the strategy when I trade leveraged, depending on your time frame. But the S&P 500 has just continued to go up. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Just look at this. It's just been giving away money. So a fundamental principle of the money flow is that stocks go higher. They move up in direction. And so they're going to go up the rest of your life. The wind is a concept. I don't know where I got the phrase the wind. I don't know. Maybe I got it from someone. Back to Bitcoin. Previous high, previous high, previous high, previous high, previous high. That's what you call a supply zone. Demand zone is on the bottom, supply zone on top. And you might say, well, isn't that support and resistance? And it is, and it isn't. Slight difference in the concept of a support zone versus resistance. So resistance connects highs, right? Can I give a class right now, or is everybody too smart? We're moving up in the after hours. We're going to take off all these indicators because none of you deserve them. Let's see. Let's take them off. They become a crutch. So now look, all we got is price. Just naked, beautiful price. Look at that. And this is what we call chaos. And we're trying to make order out of chaos, the chaos of the up and down of the movement of the markets. And so what I believe, that prices trend and then they move in this pattern here. And like this. And along the way, it forms these, like these little boxes. See it? See it? See it? Come on, I know you see this one. You remember those little books they'd get and you got to connect shit? Well, that's all we're doing. Connecting the boxes. Here's one. Now, the boxes in and of themselves are just zones. That's just where price is sticking. It creates this formation, this box. Well, those boxes tend to come stage 1s and 3s. And you can have boxes on the way down, listen, and you can have boxes on the way up. And what that is price creating structure. And that's what we're watching, the chaos of the daily movement of price. Opening, climbing, closing, up and down. Maybe sometimes it creates a doji. And that, my friends, is a doji. And what this signifies is balance. The price comes in balance. The sellers, they try to sell it off and then it stops. And then the buyers, they try to run it up and then, it stops. And somewhere in the middle, the open and the close, they come together, and those tend to be turning points because we've agreed. And you find settlement, and it's no longer chaos, it's agreement. When you find agreement, that's the language of the stock market, price. Opening, closing, high and low. And it's recorded, and it tells a story, and it's printed. Each day it's printed onto a chart. People take it for granted. Some people would wake up and they would have to take a pencil and they would have to draw it in on a chart. And they would have to mark the opening and then they would mark the close. And that's why they begin to use the way they do, because it's very simple to put a line, the high, there's the high, and then I draw it and there's the low, and then tick to the open, tick to the close. And what you began to notice is you drew these out, these patterns, and because they had to touch it every day with their hands. Every day they touch it with their hands. I don't know, man. Maybe you're too busy. Maybe I could get a filter so I don't have to look at the charts. And we become too busy to see it. Take each tick for granted. We don't have time to draw. No time for a triangle. Can't draw a circle. Busy. Bitcoin closes at 63,483 and 11 cents. Still holding above the 5-day exponential moving average. This is dotted line. To me, these are minor moving averages. Major leagues, minor leagues. This is minor because the major is the green, the 20-day simple moving average. The fractal nature of time, trading, stocks, live, everything is fractal. This is most of all fractal. And so 5 represents 5 days, 5 trading days, 5 days. Boom. That's the average fucking price for the last 5 days. And if you see that for what it is, don't take it for granted. Here, go calculate it yourself. Let's get rid of it. All right. Here, you don't deserve a 5-day. Fuck it. Let's remove it. No more 5-day for you. There you go. Now, how much do we appreciate the moving average now? Well, go calculate it. So now you'd have to get a pencil out. And let's do that. Let's see how long this takes. 63. And we would go through each day. Then we would add it up and divide it by 5. And we would take that price, and we take our pencil, and we draw a little line. And we'd say price is above or below the average of the 5, right? This is a minor one as well. And that's 10 days, 10 trading days. Monday through Friday is 5, 1 week. So this tells you that the price of Bitcoin is higher than the average price of the last trading week. Well, boom, here's the blue, 10-day exponential. Look how far price is above it. 10 days at 61,799. Bitcoin's at 63,452. Way above it. Way above it. So you don't need that either. Take that shit off. So now if you want to know this, go calculate it by hand. As we go down this and do this, we might start to take appreciation for the tools and things that we've been given. I don't know. Maybe we don't. Downside target, upside target, target zone. Now price, the 20-day moving average. Simple. This is at the core of the money flow, man. This is 20 trading days. There's 20 in a month. So if price is above the average price of the last month, it must be going up. And that becomes a line in the sand. This becomes breadth of the market, so to speak. When price is above it, it tends to go up. When price is below it, it tends to go down. Let's back this up. That was Bitcoin. Dow Jones Industrial Average. I'm not going to get into rates. This here tells me the market may be. Keep an eye on the TNX. When this thing goes up, man, the market tends to go down. Let's see. There's the Dow. You take off all this shit. Now look at this. Little doji right there. It's usually a bottom or a top. Not that day. That's why you want to wait for the break of price. Even if you get a doji, you want price to break. So when you got this doji, if price would have broke down, I would assume it's going down, but it didn't. It broke up. Like over here, it broke down. So now I assume we're headed down. And that's how you read those, man. And it's the confluence of indicators. The RSI agrees. You get that reversal candle. Then you get price dropping below the 5-day exponential from the upside down, though. Right? So we're going to go from a stage 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. This price moves through, but you don't know. So I'm not trying to guess direction. I'm trying to be in flow with direction. Opinion doesn't matter. What someone thinks, who gives a fuck? You don't know. You have no idea. But you do know what is. And what is right now is price on the Dow Jones Industrial Average ran straight fuck up. Let's see. Hold on. Talking about taking trades in the UDOW. Because the Q and the NASDAQ, all that had run. Look, cute little doji. And which way did price go? Boom, to that side. What did this tell us? There's our box. Stage 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now we're going what? Probably 3. And then what? Probably 4. That's how it works. No. So the wind. Would I be looking for trading opportunities on the Dow? No. Nor would I be looking Bitcoin. Why? They've already run. Gold. We're not looking for opportunities to go. I'm looking to sell gold trades. Now, this is probably going to hold up, but I want to take down some of this gain that I've made up to here. I want to leave some on in case it keeps going. We can put more back on. Ain't no big deal. That's just controlling the trade. The NASDAQ, second day below the fucking 20. It's now confirming. Look, you're getting crossovers. What does that mean? It means we're playing the stage 4 game. How far down? I don't know. I don't have any fucking idea. Why is this so bent down? Right? So here's the problem. Same shit. The NASDAQ always has this problem. Look at all these zones. All these little congestion zones. All the way up, man. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Shorting the NASDAQ, just, I don't know. But the NASDAQ is stage 4, man. And if I got to pick a target, I mean, down in here, obviously the 200-day or, 200 days in this 40 to 22 range. Hold on. There we go. It's 40-22 range. 422, excuse me. I don't know. Not something I would short. If I still got the Dow up, I got Bitcoin running. Where are bonds? Why is my screen? Sorry, guys. So this is almost like a supply zone up in here. Look at this. See what I'm saying? Like every time it gets up in here, it sells off. So there's a lot of supply being dumped on the market up in here. That's why it's called a supply zone. That makes sense? I'm in this trade. I don't know, man. I'm in this trade. I don't know, man. What do you guys think?
And today, I want to talk to you about something that can revolutionize your life, your career, and your relationships. It's a simple idea, but don't let its simplicity fool you. It's powerful enough to transform everything. Here it is. Act as if you are the best. No one is better than you. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but that sounds arrogant. Or isn't that just faking it? Well, let me tell you something. This isn't about arrogance. It's not about putting others down. It's about lifting yourself up to your full potential. When I say act as if you are the best, I'm talking about adopting the mindset, the habits, and the actions of someone who is at the top of their game. I'm talking about setting a standard for yourself that's so high, it pulls you up by its very nature. Let me ask you this. Have you ever watched a great athlete perform or seen a master craftsman at work? There's a certain confidence, a certain poise that they carry. It's not arrogance, it's certainty. It's the knowledge that they've put in the work, they've honed their skills, and they're ready to perform at the highest level. That's what I'm talking about when I say act as if you are the best. It's about carrying yourself with that same certainty, that same poise in everything you do. Now, some of you might be thinking, but I'm not the best. I'm not even close. And to that, I say, so what? The beauty of this principle is that it works even if you're not the best. You see, when you act as if you're the best, something magical happens. You start to believe it. And when you believe it, you start to become it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy of the most powerful kind. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're in a job interview. You're nervous, you're doubting yourself, you're wondering if you're good enough. Now, how do you think that interview is going to go? Interview, acting as if you were the best candidate they could possibly hire. What if you carried yourself with confidence, spoke with certainty about your skills and experiences, and truly believed that you were the solution to their problems? Do you think that might change the outcome? You bet it would. And here's the kicker. Even if you don't get that particular job, acting as if you're the best will have changed you. You'll have practiced confidence. You'll have articulated your skills and experiences in a powerful way. You'll have...
Oh, sorry, guys. Getting old sucks. Getting old sucks, man. Hey, so the current list that I have on the wind, if you were to jump back to the Peters report, if you jump back there to page 35, a lot of you know this, but in case you don't know it, you go to my whiteboard there, page 35. Now, anybody, if you're close to me or know how I do it, I redo this almost daily. But you know, yesterday or this morning when we started it, we had Dow in the number one place. So Dow had moved up, gold, the SPY, and then I had Bitcoin, bonds, oil, and the Qs. And so we see the Qs just work its way down the list as the worst performer. Hell of a comeback though today into the close. Let's see how it looks on the chart. Barely a move. But on a 1 minute, man, look at this. That was a hell of a run. It was like a comeback. I mean, that you can make a lot of money day trading. If you catch that, get in, boom, ride it. And then right in here at the thing, if you we're a presence to take a shot and add, and then boom, and then you're out. You can make money back fast, but I don't know. Easier said than done for certain. All right, let me check through a couple stocks here. Check out Delta. All right, Delta Airlines here. This has gone stage one. We got an extreme. Price fell. And of course, this is the 7. This is gonna, I probably should move it to the bottom. But still, right in here, this is the 14 period relative strength index indicator, RSI. Whenever that thing goes negative, I'm looking for price to find support. And I found it right here at the magical 200-day moving average. We know about the 200. 200 was support over here, tends to be support. If you're below the 200, it tends to be resistance inside of the money flow. It's part of our playbook. Call it the bread and butter swing strategy. Here we see it holding as resistance. So if we were to annotate the chart right now, we have had the RSI. We've had an anchor point bounce off a zone of support. It holds it 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar. Not only that, it confirms by moving above the 5-day exponential moving average. And we already talked about the 5-day and 10-day being minors, but part of the fractal nature, price and time of the money flow. And so here's price sitting at 45.52, or at least when it broke above there. And so if I'm a trader, I'm looking to trade probably up into here. Maybe you get lucky and get a run in the previous high. And there's room on the RSI for a swing trade like that, for price to move up into, which would probably be in this 51, 52, 53 range if I'm swing trading. if I'm buying or adding to a position as an investor, you could, I guess, if you're just trying to build your position. That's not going to get me excited. As an investor, I'm looking for it to come down into here. I'm not as big a rush to build it. I've been building it in my portfolio for 20 years. So it would need to really be on sale for me to get that excited. But as a swing trader, you see the setup. So you can see how the nature of time affects how you see the markets, what you're trying to do with the markets. Separate those accounts. Get your buy and hold over here. Let it do its business. Think of each account and each strategy as its own business and own strategy. I was talking with a friend yesterday about this. Don't compare the sales from your successful hot dog cart with the sales of your ebooks. They're not the same thing. So you could have a dividend thing over here and you say, well, Bitcoin beat it, so I should just move everything to Bitcoin. It's like, no, you have this and you have this, and they're both successful and they both go up and down at different times. Sometimes dividend stocks are going to fucking kill it and tech stocks are going to eat it. Well, guess when you should buy tech stocks? And so you don't chase. You're always in. And so you're trying to build positions in everything, everywhere. That's how you build wealth, man, in my opinion. Now, that's not the fastest way to build wealth. Fastest way is to catch the right fucking thing, go all in, get it, get out. Now you're rich. Now you got to diversify it. Or you can just diversify it and play the game. More than one way, man. Yes, getting old sucks. My man agrees. That's the S&P, man. I like Delta here. I think Delta looks good for a trade. What else did I have for a trade? The nut. Krispy Kreme. I like this setup. Still buyable. Little further past where I would now watch this. I've been harping on the dojis lately. I don't normally. I've just been trying to bring it to people's attention. Not perfect, but I'm looking for dojis when the RSIs are extreme. Not quite extreme close. 7 is, of course. But that's my stage 1 runs up. So it confirms that doji. Remember, we want to confirm dojis based on direction. You can't just go off the doji itself. Price the next day will confirm its direction. Okay. And once it moves that way, I anticipate that it keeps moving that way. So here was my anchor. Price got above it. Once price got above the 5, I just assume it runs. And then I trim it when relative strength index runs high or price hits a previous high, which is usually a box. We already talked about boxes. And time gets sticky. That's what creates the box. Price holds up. Something holds it. When it holds, it begins to go sideways and price builds out, man. Let's see. What other stock should we look at here, man? Let me see if I got any suggestions. Let's see. Apple, trim it. Adobe's looking interesting. I've already trimmed it. It's not dropping fast, so I'm gonna give it a little room. As long as it holds the 200-day up here, I'm fine. AG&C putting in a little stage 3 box. That's what it does. Wouldn't surprise me to see it coming down. AI following the market. Air, yeah. So a lot of the early runners. Bristol Myers broke out of there. Probably could add today. BXMT, CART. I like this Celsius here. We got another doji. Had one yesterday. So this is a demand zone in here. Okay. This is a demand zone. Meaning when price hit this area, there's buyers. Stops it, stops it, stops it, stops it, stops it. So this is what you call a demand zone. You know, if it was on top, it would be a supply zone. You say, well, what's support and resistance? Similar concept. Okay, but what I'm saying is look at all these. This is boxes in here, boxes in here, boxes in here. It's not just a point or a point. It's just day after day after day of demand, buying it, keeping it from dropping, just over and over and over and over and over. And it just paints a picture. So when you look at the chart, you can see more than other people because you can see fucking price. You see it for what it is. The high, the low, the open, the close, and the pattern of the connection of time continuity of those of candles printing on that chart, one after another. And what appears to be chaos begins to show a picture. If you can open your fucking eyes and see it, if you can look, but you have to get out of your own head. Most people are stuck in their own fucking head, so they can't see price. They're too busy. And so they're trying to find a way to do it faster. Maybe a computer can tell you. Maybe you just be so fucking lazy, you just wait and you just stare at a thing until a fucking light comes on, and then you click. That could be it too. Or you could get in flow and you could understand demand zones and supply zones and see boxes and time continuity and how the indicators work together. And that's called fucking trading, master trading. Or this, you could do this bullshit I see most people doing, fucking jerking off with charts. They're not fucking trading. They don't even have time to trade. Yet they want to be traders. Cisco, like it's supposed to, hits the 200-day, bam, like it's supposed to. The B&B strategy, one of the most neglected in Discord, which pisses me off. It's absolute fucking gold. Probably one of the most successful ways of trading the money flow. Works a lot. Work there. Look, you're going to see it work here with CVS. So look, it's way below the 200. It's just a strat. Look at this. Right there's a doji. Right there's one. And then we see price turning. It's going to get drawn to this 200-day moving average. Dig into your charts, man. You got to love your charts. Each little piece speaks to you. We already covered Delta. Covered tonight. The banking trade, this has been beautiful. I just kind of assume I didn't need to tell anyone what to do. The first trim spot, if you were in this as a trade, this is one we track. Would have been right around here. Why? Previous high. It's a zone where prices stopped. And then look, bam, it hit the RSI. So you had two confirmations. So as a trader, I would took some down there, right? And now what? Now you can just let it run. And now I'm just going to let it run until what? Until I get a reversal candle. There is no reason to get out until what? Price at least breaks the previous day's candle or bar. Okay, like this one here, this black one. Well, now we got a red one, but the red one closed above the black one. So there's really no reason yet. You're just now starting to what? Possibly build what? Stage 3. See that? Stage 1, 2, 3. That is the money flow, my friends. That is the money flow.
Raise your own standards for how you present yourself. And all that will serve you well in the next opportunity that comes along. But let's be clear about something. Acting as if you're the best doesn't mean you stop learning or growing. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The truly best people in any field are always learning, always improving.